Let's talk about the retro jerseys that came out last week. In week 4 of the NHL, there were some amazing retro jerseys. I'm going to start off with February 4th. We're going to talk about the Calgary Flames. They came out with Blazy.
Blasty. Blasty.
Yeah.
He's Blasty. Okay. Just so everyone's aware.
It wasn't a good jersey color scheme. I just don't like how they stole the flying skate from Vancouver and then just put their logo on it.
Oh, 100%. I'm on the standpoint of complete opposite. I find it incredibly respectful that, the Calgary Flames organization is just trying to become the Vancouver Canucks. Going back to stealing their flying V, design, logos, basically their players on free agency. It's really nice to see to be copied, right? Because that's the ultimate level of flattery.
Yeah, the Flames, their whole little setup, we can talk about whether the jersey was working or not, but they had these yellow and red stripe with a block. I think it was a red stripe with a yellow block on the pant leg. It didn't really go with the jersey. Everything else is very slick and straight edged. And then they had that on the pant leg. I didn't really like it. Like the actual reverse jersey, they took the bottom half, the red that was originally in 1998 with that young Calgary Flames core, and then they got rid of it and just left a red and yellow line on the bottom of the jersey. Blazy, he's just not that good of a logo.
Yeah, no, Blasty's I agree with you, not a very good logo by any means. It has moved on to that stage of being iconic now for the Calgary city.
It's a Stampede city.
100%. But the problem is, every time I look at Blasty, I think of the Pontiac Firebird logo, and it just throws me right off. I just can't get into it.
No, I can totally understand. When you have Blazy on your tarp right there, it's a third logo. Like, it's a logo that shouldn't really be disappearing right now. I think every team needs that third logo. Vancouver has that third logo. So many teams have that third logo for that third tarp. I think Blazy should stick around as a third. I think it was nice to see it as a retro jersey, but in the end, it's not a main logo.
No, not by any means. The players did look good out in the ice, rocking around. I'm not going to go to my way to get one. I will enter some, lotteries and drafts to try to get one for free. But the one jersey that was looking good, the Montreal Canadiens retro jersey.
Yeah, the Montreal Canadiens, they took their normal sweater and then they just inverted the colors, and with that deep blue primary color, just with the red single stripe. I know it's not Montreal Canadian colors, but man, that jersey looked really nice on the ice.
100%. And with how well they're playing too, you look at the Montreal Canadiens, they're unstoppable right now. They are flying through the Canadian division. They will leave this year's number one unless something severely, affects them, which shouldn't. They should be, dominant throughout the league this year.
Yeah, they have a great tandem right now too of goalies. Carey Price hasn't had a reliable backup in
ever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now they have Jake Allen. Jake Allen is giving Carey Price a reason to take a break and relax.
Yeah, and Jake Allen being under Carey Price is a great mentorship. And I'm sure it means a lot for Jake Allen too, because he is from the East Coast of Canada, as the East Coast goes, New Brunswick, and playing so close to to home compared to St. Louis, being on the north side of the border. This is the closest you're going to get to playing for a New Brunswick team.
No, Montreal, they did use a blue, but it isn't actually like a situation that they've never used blue before. The Montreal Canadiens actually in 1909 in the NHA Canadiens, their jersey was blue. So there is a heritage actually of wearing that blue. So for a team that is just iconic with the red, the original 6, they do have a blue history. And I think you can actually go out and wear this jersey, not saying hey, this has to be a reverse retro. This can be a jersey that actually sticks around for a long time. It's very slick, it's very organized, and it's a clean, good looking jersey out of Quebec.
Yeah. But do you know what new retro jersey could be the number one spot?
I have my opinion. Where are you going with this?
New York Rangers.
Yeah, Lady Liberty. I love the jersey. It looks so good. And they just went back. They threw it back onto their jersey. It's still crested with the silver. I like the logo. Always have. One of my favorite jerseys growing up. Wayne Gretzky had Lady Liberty on his tarp when I was watching him retire. It's just a beautiful jersey, and they brought it back. It's slick. I love it.
Now, New York has a lot of great jerseys, and New York is comparable to the Toronto of Canada. They've always had
Original 6 team.
Yeah,
Huge
great
fan
jerseys.
base.
Yeah,
Madison Square Garden.
100%.
You can go on and on and on.
They're hitting on all levels.
Yep.
And it was awesome to see New York take this opportunity to make a retro jersey that was worthy to be introduced this year.
Yep. The actual jersey was originally released in 1996, and it's been 24 years since that jersey came out and just sort of stole the show. I think it is one of the best looking jerseys. It's very, very, once again, with that red, blue, and white, with the silver accents. Colors mix, it goes well, and New York should be really happy with that reverse retro.
Oh, it's fantastic. And I wish that, I hope they keep this retro around for a while. It just looks phenomenal right now.
No, yeah. There is a jersey that was released. Okay. It came out they played last week. The jersey was released, and I saw the jersey when Adidas released everything in the summer, for this reverse retro for the season. And I was really ecstatic about that jersey. But after watching it on the ice, I couldn't enjoy the jersey. And I think that really affects the jersey. If you're out there watching and you go and watch St. Louis in a red tarp, primarily red tarp, I think it just takes it away. It looked weird on the ice. You were watching a normal team wearing a normal tarp out of the Yotes. They just had their normal white Coyote Howl logo, and then they had their red jersey. It looked beer league-ish.
Oh, I gotta disagree.
Really?
Yeah, I like the St. Louis Blues in the red. It's just
no.
Cool. St. Louis Blues in the red. It's an awesome concept. They took their old, that old jersey that they had from back in the 1990s, and they changed it. They just reversed the colors, and it's not what you expect from St. Louis.
I'm sorry. I picture Brett Hall. I picture Chris Pronger, and they're the Blues. The Blues, and they're skating around in red, and it doesn't look good. I like the original. I thought the reverse retro, when I first saw it, I thought it looked good. But watching it on the ice against the Yotes, it's lost a lot of specialty for me.
Oh, I liked it. I'm not a St. Louis Blues fan, so I'm not going to go out of my way to purchase this jersey. But on the ice, I liked it. It looked real good.
But there really isn't any St. Louis fans.
Well, I'm sure a lot more came out of the old woodworks last year, a couple of years ago.
Well, yeah, you always jump on when you win a Stanley Cup. We have a good friend. He only really supports St. Louis because they won a Stanley Cup.
Oh, you're talking about Stephen Coral. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Coral, diehard Blues fan since the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, but the last thing I'm going to say is there is that one little iconic figure wearing that old St. Louis jersey, and Wayne Gretzky got traded to St. Louis, and he actually wore that jersey, and I couldn't see that photo of him in a red jersey. It wouldn't look as good.
Okay. So I need to know.
Yep.
Tampa Bay wore their retro jersey this week as well.
Yep.
Did you like that one? Because they threw it back too.
They threw it back, but they just made it better. Okay, they took a jersey that was from Tampa Bay when they won the Stanley Cup in 2003, 2004. Okay, they took that jersey and they gave it that deep blue color. Okay, from that black And you know what? They got it on point. Their legs on the striping, they didn't have striping. They had their lightning bolt, their classic lightning bolt, but it was two-toned with silver. And I think that it is maybe my favorite jersey that we've seen so far. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I thought it was very bland. They just went back, stole the jersey and highlighted a little bit with their own specialty colors. I like it. They got the old logo on there. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm a little confused. Not really up to date. Who won the Stanley Cup last year?
I don't have a fucking clue.
You don't know who won the Stanley Cup last year?
Well, I know who won the Stanley Cup. I just didn't watch because it was two teams that I never get to watch in Canada, and I wasn't really interested. But yeah, Tampa won.
Tampa won the Stanley Cup last year. And did he almost get ran over by that bandwagon there?
No.
Jeez.
Okay, you know what?
I maybe my number one.
No. Tampa with
Look
this
who's jumping on the bandwagon
with this
now.
reverse retro. They use that logo, okay? The old logo, the one that's got the calligraphy Tampa Bay on it. I like that logo. Sorry,
I just got to remember something here as well. Who did you draft first overall in the fantasy league?
I took Steven Stamkos.
Okay.
And he's doing great for me.
So are you to change your name to the bandwagons or just going to steamroll?
You know what? They took a classic logo. It has a lot of nostalgic qualities to it.
Yeah, you're buying the jersey. You draft Stamkos first. Just
okay.
We're talking about bandwagons.
You didn't like the jersey. Okay, I'm saying I thought they did a really good job, and the more I saw it on the ice against the Yotes, I gotta say, against Detroit, they rocked it. I think they knocked it out of the park with that reverse retro.
Okay, you know what? I am a fan of the jersey. Just had to give you a little bit of a hard time.
It's okay.
Had to defend my boy Coral. But, last week we talked about retro jerseys. Minnesota, LA, Oilers, Toronto's trash.
Okay.
We got a few more introduced.
Yep, we did. I got a question. I need to know, Rob, Bobby B, what's your new top 5 in the reverse retro?
New top 5. Okay, ready for this? See, I'm torn now because I don't know which direction to go in because there were so many, Minnesota's up there. Okay, Minnesota.
I love the Subway jersey.
Subway jersey was so good. That green, the yellow are not two colors that should go together.
No.
But Minnesota just does what they want, and it just always works out. Like your Minnesota logo that you're wearing right now is phenomenal. Okay.
Dirty Beer League jerseys. Love them. Always had their jersey. I love their jerseys. Minnesota knocks it out of the park.
Yeah.
Our Beer League jerseys stole their logo.
100%. We did, yeah. We ran with it. We made it look good too.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but, Minnesota, that's where I'm torn. Do I knock Minnesota down to level 2? Let Lady Liberty take number 1? Because, honestly, if I had an option where there's 2 jerseys sitting on the table.
Yep.
Subway, Lady Liberty. Which one do you go with? And it'd be a hard choice. So I'm going to leave Lady Liberty, take number 1. It was, it's painstaking to say this because the Minnesota one is so good too. So New York Rangers, number 1. They move to the number
Lady
1
Liberty,
spot.
number 1.
Minnesota moves down to number 2. LA moves to number 3.
Still, okay.
Still 3. Still
okay,
3.
well, it's still behind Minnesota, but yeah, now number 3 instead of number 2. Okay.
Yep. Montreal Canadiens bump the Oilers down 1 spec.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I liked what the Canadiens did. Actually, do you know what? No, Tampa Bay goes above the Oilers. Tampa Bay was way better.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.